Welcome back to Central Valley Real Estate and Home Improvement Show, where we learn and talk about everything about houses, how to keep them maintained, how to choose the right landscaper, the right roofer, which solar program works the best for you. So many questions that we try to get answers to, and every week we invite in different professionals to talk about those answers. Now, we just finished with Duffy Alexander. He's one of the great real estate agents in Fresno. Especially if you're going to buy a home, you want to call Duffy early on in the process, and his number is 559, I don't know what it is, 696 4663 696 4663. Ask for Duffy Alexander, and he'll tell you your first stop should be with somebody who can help get your a mortgage lender, somebody who could help you get a loan for a house, or at least talk about what that process is. To that end, we asked Linda Hullberg to come in from, I'm going to get it wrong, Land Home
Financial Services.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. Why is it important to talk to a lender first?
Well, it's really most important to know how much what the amount that you can spend on. So if you think you're just kind of looking at houses and you think, oh, I can probably get a $300,000 house, you may or may not be able to qualify for that.
Right.
So it's really important to know.
You don't want to spend months looking around and find out you
No.
can't. And when I say call Linda first, call Duffy Alexander, call your agent first, and they're going to make you, and if they don't, they're not a good agent, they're going to make you talk to a lender right away. So,
Yes. Yeah.
So, and you want to know how much you could afford, what your payments are going to be. Sometimes you could afford more than you realize. Sometimes you should maybe back it off a little. But we're finding a lot of times you can buy a house cheaper than renting.
And that's actually true. And so with most of my clients, I go over that with them. And as we do have some special programs. There's several programs that we have, but one of them is actually a lease with option to buy for those folks who don't have a lot of money down but want to start to try to become a homeowner.
Okay.
That's a government-backed loan, and that's one of our specialties that no really other lenders have.
It's a government-backed loan that is kind of a lease option.
It's a lease option for 3 years, and there's lots of specifics to it. But there are some people that'll qualify if they want to, just kind of try it. But in general, it is absolutely true that with the rents the way they are, that most people can afford to purchase a home.
Yeah, and sometimes even if it's a little more expensive for your first year or two after buying, after 2 or 3 years, it's way cheaper than renting.
Absolutely.
And you'll spend way more over a lifetime of renting, like hundreds of thousands of dollars more than you would buying. So
Absolutely, and not to mention the tax benefits to doing that.
now, the tax, you get to write off a lot of that interest. I'm
Right.
not a tax person. That
And
thing
property
changes all the
taxes and
time.
all of that.
You get to write
Exactly.
off a lot of stuff.
Right.
Now, where should someone start? I guess they can just call you up.
Yes, they can just call me up. Do you want me to tell them what my number is, or are you going to tell
it's on the
them?
screen,
Okay.
but you
it's
can
on
tell.
the screen.
I can't see that part.
So you just call me up, or you send me an email, 408-802-1546, or like Mike said, contact Duffy, and Duffy will put you in touch with me.
Right.
And then we just sit down and we talk about what your plan is, and I usually go over a 5 to 10 year plan and what they actually want to accomplish and what they're comfortable with in payment, and then we figure out what they can afford, and then Duffy takes them out.
Takes them out looking for houses.
Takes them out shopping.
But when he takes them out and you've already pre-qualified them, they're ready to make an offer then. They don't have to make an offer, then spend a month getting their loan in place. They do most of it ahead of time.
Absolutely. And after they get me everything that I need, I usually can get them pre-qualified within a day.
That's going to be my next question. What kind of documents are you going to ask them to bring to your meeting?
So typically what we ask is tax returns, like usually last 2 years tax returns. We'll ask for the last 30 days of paychecks. We'll ask for bank account that has the amount of money that they want to use for down payment. We'll have to show that. Just those kind of documents, all financially, geared towards what can you afford.
Yeah, and this is the beauty of doing it in advance before you even start looking at houses. Back in the 80s and 90s, we used to, take people out to look at houses. They say, "I'll take that one." Yeah. Then they start the process of my tax returns. I don't even know where they are. It takes some weeks to find them and stuff like that. By the time they get it all together, that dream house is gone. So
True.
It's better to do this whole thing up front and get it worked out, because after they bring their tax returns or pay stubs and stuff, there may be some more questions that need to be resolved later.
Yes, absolutely.
And get that all done in advance. Did we talk about the Affinity program?
We can talk about that. So that is a special program that Duffy and I would work with different companies. So it's typically how it does is it's a benefit program that goes along with the main benefit program for any company that we're working with, and it's no cost to the company at all. And how it benefits their employees is they get discounts from the realtor and from myself towards their closing costs, towards their home warranty programs, whatever it is that we end up working with. But it's actually free and a free benefit to the employees for the company. So it's been actually very popular, and there's no really other companies that do it. So it's something that's really
you would
great.
work with the employer?
We work with the employer to be, we're part of their benefit package, actually. Okay. So like along with their health insurance programs and anything else that they also benefit them with, then we give them a housing benefit as well. Nice. And it's been pretty popular.
So do you start with the company or the employee?
We start with the company.
Okay.
So we go talk with the HR directors typically, and we talk to them about, can we add on a benefit for your employees? And
another benefit for the employees.
Yeah, and they so far it's been very successful, and they like it because then their employees are like, hey, that's cool, you're thinking about us.
Thinking about you guys.
Yes,
so.
Absolutely.
Very good. So say the name of the company again.
My company?
Yes.
Land Home Financial Services.
Yeah, I have it written clearly in my handwriting. I can't make it out. Land Home Financial Services. And
yes.
The way to start with them, well, you call Duffy or you could call Linda Hullberg at 408-802-1546. But it's time to just start thinking about buying a house. It's free to find out. I always say it's free to find out if you could afford it. It's free to find out what your payments might be. It's free to just go through the process and get into the home ownership. Don't wait. It's
absolutely.
time.
There's so many programs out there for you. So
quick story. Bought
sure.
my first house. My interest rate was 9%.
Yeah.
And
I believe it.
This last week or so, they were down to 3%. So would my
yes.
payment have been triple?
Yes.
I don't know if it works that way. But
pretty much. Yes.
This is in the 80s, and we're happy to get 9%. Make
yes.
no mistake. But the difference between 3 and 9 is really a triple payment. So
yes.
And it could go up to 9 again in a year or two. So
it could.
Pretty much now it's low, and now it's time to buy.
Yes, I know right now everyone is very nervous, and the rates have been kind of all over the board, but rates are still very, very low. So don't fear that. It's a great time to buy a house. Everyone should get in it.
Now, if they find a house they buy, they're pre-qualified by you, they're ready. When Duffy makes the offer, it gets accepted. Will they be able to lock in that rate? So if this economy does go crazy, they're locked in?
Yes. And we do need, absolutely, we need a contract.
Yeah.
And,
so it's time to do this.
Yes.
Let's do this now.
Absolutely.
Before this summer, things could go crazy.
Absolutely.
So,
I agree.
All right. Very
yes.
good. Anything else you want our viewers to know?
I don't think so. I think I covered everything.
Right.
Just give us a call, and when you're ready, we'll put you in the best home for you. And Duffy mentioned it earlier. We both love first-time home buyers, and it's because it's a great feeling to help people get into their first home. Yeah. Absolutely.
We'll be back with more Central Valley real estate and home improvement right after this.